Okay, because it is a very usual thing you will face as a manager of safety manager of safety managers. For SM, we usually use the model bus protocol to communicate with other systems. Except the experience PKS, we can use the FT and the CDA protocol, the internal protocol. And we always use the model-bus protocol to communicate with other systems. And before I show you how to configure, I will explain the theory of model-bus using by SM. And you will find if you knew that maybe many configurations of model-bus in the SM are the same way. So, as a manager of safety manager if you want to communicate with DCS or PLC, you actually need to do 3 jobs if you are a manager of safety manager and you want to communicate with DCS or PLC using Modbus. You actually need to do 3 jobs. I will write to you. All you have to do, 3 steps. First, you need to build the physical and logical connection between the 2 systems. So that is the first job you should do. If you want the SM communicate with other systems like PLC or DCS, first you need to build the physical and logical connection between the 2 systems. And second, you need to divide addressing space. You need to divide addressing space, or you can call it a data table for the data you want to communicate. So this is the second job. First, you build the physical and logical connection. Second, you need to divide the addressing space, or you need to build the data table. Third, the last step, you need to put the data into the addressing space. You need to put the data into the addressing space. So I will give you an example and a picture to make you understand this steadily. These 3 steps. First, here I will give you a picture. For example, this is an DCS. And this is SM. You want to do the communication between these two different systems. And as an engineer of safety manager, first you should do what? You should build the physical. You should build the physical and the logical connection between the two systems if you want to communicate. So this is the first one. And how can I do that? How can I do that? I will show you. For example, in this system, maybe I want to communicate with another DCS. And first, I need to build the physical connection. I need to have a wire and connect with both of the two systems. And here, I need to do what? To do the network configuration first. This is DCS, right? And drop here. Maybe I just use this name. And I can check this too. The first one is the DCS can be the clock source. Okay, it can be. And second, 401. Okay. So that is DCS. And the connection, for example, maybe it is Ethernet, maybe it is Ethernet. It is just this network. So I can just by using this connect with the SM. So this is the physical connection. Then logical connection. How can I build the logical connection? Here. Remember? Add a new logical connection and from DCS to SM, right? So, okay, finished. I just finished the first step. I built the physical connection here and the logical connection here. And I just finished the job number one. Okay, second. No, not this. Second, I need to divide the addressing space for the data I want to communicate. Okay. In the Modbus communication, there are about 4 different data types we usually use. The data type we usually use is AI, DI, AO, DO. Maybe these 4 types. And different type should divide into different space in the Modbus. Different type should divide into different space. So if I want pass the information from SM to DCS, and there are 4 different types of data in our system, I should build 4 different data tables here. Maybe this one is for AI. This one is for AO. This one for DI. This one for DO. They're all individual. They're all independent. And actually, in our system, the AI and AO are joined together. DI and DO are joined together. And in our system, we call this two marker. And we call this two register. In our system, this two, we call it marker. And this two, we call it register. So the second job is to divide the space. How large of this data table? How large of this data table? You give the space for this different data table and keep data. Okay, I will do the second job. How can I divide the addressing space for this 4 different data types? It is very easy. I right click the logic connection and select this properties. And here you can see this is what marker and this is register. So this is the data table. You have done that in our lab before, but I have not told you this is the data table, this is the addressing space, but I will tell you now. This is actually the data table. And you give the space for one data type. This is marker, and this is in. In means what? DI. Out means what? DO. This means the data from outside into our system. And this space is for the data will give out from our system. So this is marker in. Marker in means DI for our system. And marker out means DO. And this is what? AI, right? This is AO. So these are the 4 different data tables. You just give the space. And the unit is what? Byte. Right? Byte. Okay, I will give, maybe this is 20. 20. I will give 20 bytes for the DI data. And once, if you have given the space, every unit of this space will have address. It will start from what? It will start from number 1. And you can set that. Maybe I don't want to start at number 1. Maybe I want to start at number 12. You can do that. So if you do that, the first unit of this space is what? Number 12. The address of the first unit in this space is number 12. The second is what? Number 13. So you can do that here. Okay, I just give it number 1. Okay, this is the in size, right? In size. And then I will do the off size. Maybe I will give also 20 bytes for the DO. And after I do that, you can see the base address of offside is what? 161. 161. And we can see in this picture. This is in. This is out. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, right? And this is number 161. Why? We have 20. We have 20 bytes for the DI, right? For the DI. And why isn't this 21? Why isn't the first address of DO is 21? Why? Start from 0. No, I start from 1. This is number 1. This is number 1. And number 2. We have 20 bytes or for the space given for the DI, right? And in my imagination, this should be 20, right? If this is 20, and this should be 21, right? But it is not. It is not. You can see here. It is not 21. It is 161. Why? Why? Why this is 161? Because 1 byte contains 8 bits, right? 1 byte contains 8 bits. Right? And if you want to save a stator, if you want to save a marker, you just only need 1 bit, right? So I gave 20 bytes here. That means how many bits?
160.
160. And each one can keep a stator. So the address for the DI is from number 1 to number 160. And the first address of DO is from 161. Can you get that? Can you get that? So that is marker. That is marker. I have done that, right? And here, I also want to divide some space for the register. It is also 20. It is also 20. 20 bytes for saving the register data. And also 20 bytes for saving the AO. And here you can see the base address. This is from number 1. This is from number 1. And this is from what? Number 11. Why? This is number 1. No. This is number 1. This is number 1. And in my imagination, this should be number 20. And this should be number 21. Right? But it is not. This is number 1, and this is 11. Why? Because the default format for the register is word. A word. A word means what? 2 bytes. Yes. So by default, one AI or AO will use 2 units, 2 address units. Can you get that? No problem. Okay, that is the second job. I finished, and I just have the last one step. Last one step is what? I need to put the data into the data table. I need to associate the point with the address. Okay, let me give you one example. I will use the point in our system. For example, this one. I will pick up one DI. Okay, this is DI. For example, this one. I want to use this one. No, not this one. I want to use, for example, this one. This is the point. This is the DI, right? And it is from our I/O module into our system, and it is in the application here, right? And maybe the DCS also like this value, like this point, and I want to transfer the value of LEA 008 to the DCS system. So I open this point detail. LEA 008, okay, this. I open this configuration and do the last job. The last job is what? Associate the data to the data table, to the addressing space. And here, first you select which table you want to put. Yes, from DCS to SM, right? And the address, because it is DI, right? And the address is from 161 to 320. So you can select one. For example, I will select 161. Okay, finish. After you do that, you need to have a record. For example, this is tag name, and this is address. And here the tag name is right, this name, this point. And address is what? So I write down here. And maybe I will give you another example. I will choose AI. I will choose the AI. Okay, this one is okay. Another point, AI, I choose the FE01. FE. AI, oh no, this one. It is an analog input in our system, and maybe we want the HMI station can see the data from the SM. Okay, we also want to transfer the data from Safety Manager to the DCS. So here, I open the configuration and also associate this point with address. And this is AI, right? And the address is from 11 to 20. Okay, I just using this. And you can know that one unit, one address, how large of one address? A word, right? A word, okay. And if your data format is not a word, maybe you can see that it is what? Float. And it will use 2 units, right? Because the float may use 4 bytes, right? Float, is that 4 bytes? I remember one float is 4 bytes, and 1 unit is just 1 word. And if you want to save this data, maybe you will use the number 11 and number 12. Okay, start with 11, so using this. Okay, maybe another AI, If you have another AI, you want to associate with, do we have another AI? Only one. Oh,
Yeah.
For example, this. If you want to transfer the value of this point, and this time you select the address. You need to note
30.
which one should you choose. 20,
No. 30.
12,
No. 30.
15.
30.
Okay. You can't select 12. Why? Because
not enough information.
the 11 is for the first AI point, right? And the first AI point is the data type is float, and this data will use 2 different units from 11 to 12. So you can use from 13. 14, or maybe other device. Okay, so you need to know that. And if the data type of analog is not float, it is maybe word. And just one data for 1 unit is okay. You just know that. Okay, I have given you 2 examples. One is analog input, and the other is all digital input. And I will transfer these 2 different data to another system. So I have finished all I can do in the SM. I do the 3 different jobs. First, I built the physical and the logical connection between the 2 systems, right? Second, I divide addressing space for the data you want to communicate. Third, I associate one data with one address, and that is all I can do. And after I do that, I will make this table. And after I finish this table, I put all the points, all the data into the data table, and this table should be finished. And I will pass this list to the engineer of DCS. So that is the communication checklist. This is the communication checklist. As an engineer of system manager, I want to communicate with the DCS. So I need to do this job. And this is all I should do. No. This is all I should do.
Huh?
And here I will give you another example. I will give you the space. No, not space. I will give you another. Maybe we have the DCS. We have the PKS here. And I will show you how to communicate with PKS by using the Modbus. We can use without Modbus, right? We can just connect the SM into the FTE and using the internal protocol, and there is just no configuration you need to do. But in this situation, I will treat this system, the SM system, I will treat the PKS system as another DCS, not from Honeymoon. Maybe it is another DCS. And I will do the configuration of DCS and show you how can these two systems communicate with each other. So here, I will delete this connection because I have no DCS. This time I will communicate with PKS. If you want to communicate with PKS system, you need to use the experience server. You need to build the connection between SM and experience server. So first job, build the physical connection and the logical connection between the two different systems. So this is the physical connection and logical connection. Okay, first job finished. Second, divide the data table, the space, and this may be also 20 bytes. The base address is from number 1, and this is also 20 bytes, and it is also from 161, and the register 20 bytes. And for this time, you can see the base address is 10001. Okay, you just remember that this is the first space for the AI, right? And AO. Okay, 10021. That means one unit using one address. The size of one unit is what? Is what? 1 byte, right? Yes. And if you put a float into the space, you may use 4 different address units, right? Okay. So second step, I finished. Third step, I associate the point. For example, also the LEA08. Where is this? Okay, here. I associate the address with the point. So this is right. Okay. And then the other point is FE01. FE01. Maybe from this. Okay. And have a record here. This is not this one. Right? Okay, after I finish that, and as an engineer of SM, I have done all my job. Then the other work is for the engineer from DCS. And now I am the engineer of PKS. In PKS system, if I want to communicate with other system, what should I do? I have just told you last week and the first week, right? How can we do the SCADA control?
Channel view configuration.
Okay, I will review that. I am the engineer of DCS. If I want to communicate with SM, there are actually three different steps I should do. I should do? First, as an engineer of ECS, I also need to build the physical and the logical connection between the two systems. First. Second, I need to log divide. I need to map the data table from SM to the PKS system, right? And third, what? I need to fetch the data from the space and put it into the point. So, first one, if I want to do the first job, I need to open the configuration tool of PKS. I open the configuration studio. And we use what to do this configuration? Quick Builder, right? And what is our first job? Build a channel. Build a channel means build the physical and the logical connection between these two systems. Okay. Quick Builder is here. Okay, this is Quick Builder. And the first job I need to do is build channel. Channel means the logical and the physical connection, right? So I will add. And if I want to communicate with SM and using the Modbus protocol, I need to have another component. I just go into the component manager and check this. That means the Quick Builder will show you the components of System Manager configuration. Okay. And I will restart this program. Okay, always also open that. So first one, I need to do the channel. And here we not select the Modbus channel. We select the Safety Manager channel, but it is also a Modbus channel. And if you want to connect with SM using Modbus, you need to select this. Okay. So this is the channel, and I can change the name of channel. This is mode SM. And description. Can you remember that? Maybe. And this. Can you remember this? There are 3 different ports, right? First is what? NAN. NAN means Ethernet. And this means 0, right? And this means terminal server. Okay. We're using this. And redundant port now. Okay. This is the first job. Build the connection. Build the physical and the logical connection, and I can download that into the PKS system. Okay, and you can monitoring this channel by the station. You can access the real-time database and view the status of this channel. This one and this, right? Okay. and you can enable. Okay, finish. First step, finish. Second, I need to map the data table from SM to PKS, right? How can I map?
To controller.
Yes, the controller is the data table, right? I map the data from SM. I map the data table from SM to PKS. And this is controller. This is controller. So the second job in the quick builder, I do the controller configuration. Okay, I select the Modbus controller. Oh no, not this.
Safety.
SM controller. Safety manager controller. And give a name. And here is the data table, right? Data table. For example, I have a DI. And this is SM. CON number 1. The description, asset, channel name. And here you need to enter the IP address of SM. So this is 10.1.0.2.17, right? And this is 10.1.0.2.18. And this, let me see. Coils means data. Okay. And this is this one. Let me see. Yes, this one is also very important. This one is what? This one you need to enter the device ID. The device ID of the SM. What is the device ID of the SM? It is just the node number. It is the node number, and our node number is what? 1, right? But if you enter this number 1, you will not communicate with the SM, because Honeywell have a rule. If you want to communicate with SM using Modbus, you need to multiply the node number by 4. You need to multiply the node number by 4. So our node number is 1, right? You need to enter 4. If the node number is 2, you need to enter 8. That means this number is 4 times of the node number. And it is a rule. I don't know why. If you want to communicate with SM using Modbus, you need to remember this. The communication addressing is 4 times of the node number. So I will enter 4 here. Okay, then download and see the status. And this one is SM. Error is 4%.